কেন্দ্রীয় সরকারের স্মার্ট সিটি প্রজেক্টের যথাযথ রূপায়ণের জন্য সম্প্রতি কলকাতায় বিসিসিআইয়ের উদ্যোগে আয়োজিত হয়েছিল আরবান ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার কনক্লেভ 2015, যেখানে উপস্থিত ছিলেন সাংসদ সৌগত রায় থেকে শুরু করে শ্রেয়ী ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার ফিন্যান্সের ভাইস প্রেসিডেন্ট ধ্রুব ভাল্লা এবং টাটা প্রজেক্টসের ভিপি গৌতম বালাকৃষ্ণনের মতো শিল্পজগতের কর্তা ব্যক্তিরা। অনুষ্ঠানে সাংবাদিকদের প্রশ্নের উত্তরে বিসিসিআই ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার কমিটির চেয়ারম্যান জয়ন্ত মুখোপাধ্যায় স্মার্ট সিটি প্রসঙ্গে তার ভাবনা চিন্তার কথা তুলে ধরেন।
দেখুন, এটা তো কী হয় যে প্রাইভেট সেক্টর তো বেসিক্যালি আমরা যেরকম জানি যে মানে দেয়ার ইন দ্য বিজনেস টু মেক প্রফিট, এটা তো সত্যি কথা। তবে হ্যাঁ, যে পার্টিসিপেশন যে নেই ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচারে তা তো নয়। আমরা বেশ কিছু জায়গায় দেখেছি, যেমন প্রাইভেট পাবলিক পার্টনারশিপ, পিপিপি মডেল, আপনি যেটার কথা প্রফেসর রয়ও বলেছেন, যে সেই ক্ষেত্রে আজকে যে 4টে ইন্ডিয়ার সবথেকে বড় এয়ারপোর্ট, হায়দ্রাবাদ, দিল্লি, বম্বে এবং ব্যাঙ্গালোর, সেটা এন্টায়ার বিজনেস মডেলটা তো চলছেই প্রাইভেট সেক্টরের সাথে হাত দিয়ে। তবে হ্যাঁ, সেই ক্ষেত্রে তাদের মানে সাধারণ মানুষের পক্ষে সেটা কতটা কমার্শিয়ালি ভায়াবল সেটা একটা জিনিস দেখা। এটা এক্সপেরিমেন্টাল স্টেজে আছে, হয়তো আরও কিছু পার্টিসিপেশন তাদের থেকে আশা করা যায় স্মার্ট সিটি প্রজেক্ট নিয়ে। সেই জন্য আমরা কথা বলছি এখন, কারণ স্মার্ট সিটি প্রজেক্টে এমন অনেক অ্যান্সিলিয়ারি বিজনেস আসবে যাতে আশা করা যায় যে গভর্নমেন্ট সেক্টরের সাথে সাথে প্রাইভেট সেক্টরের ইনভলভমেন্টটাও আমরা দেখতে পাবো। সো আশা করা যায় এই দিকে একটা ভালো মুভমেন্ট হওয়া উচিত।
অন্যদিকে অনুষ্ঠানে স্মার্ট সিটি প্রসঙ্গে আরবান প্ল্যানিং, টেকনোলজি, সিকিউরিটি সার্ভাইলেন্স নিয়ে মতামত প্রকাশ করেন টাটা প্রজেক্টস এবং শ্রেয়ী ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচারের গৌতম বালাকৃষ্ণন এবং ধ্রুব ভাল্লা।
Shrey and Shrey's sister concern Shrishti have been in the infrastructure business, infrastructure development business, planning advisory business for over 2 decades now, along with the other sort of esteemed companies here on the dais as well, contributing to sort of nation building in many ways. A lot of the projects that we've really taken on, and I'll leave you with 1 or 2 things to sort of think about, is to create a sustainable environment, more than just build a project and sort of hand over to consumers, to people. It's more about creating a sustainable environment for healthy living. And that's really been the core ethos of what we at Shrey and Shrishti have believed in, and a lot of strong conglomerates from the Eastern have also believed in, is not providing projects but providing special sustainable projects for people to live in a healthy environment. One of the major focus areas that you all will see today, and it's been sort of, it's being thought of by the government as well, but now they're really implementing it in a very strong way, is technology and the aspect of technology to enable sustainable living. And that can only be achieved through partnership. And that was and I was just thinking while I was talking to him as well, is things were going in my head, okay, how do we partner now with Tata, since a new sort of area of growth for them, and he's an extremely dynamic guy and taking over this initiative. We look at partnership. Without partnership, it is very, very hard to build a smart city. We're looking at partnerships with Israeli companies for agro products, agro-sustainable, agriculture sort of environments and growth in that sector. We're looking at security services, because defense and security is a key area for smart cities and urban planning. US is very strong, and this is just takeaways for people who are entering this businesses. These are the areas you should really look at for growing the smart city business. Hospitality, another major element of smart cities, because as you all know, smart cities have various components. Hospitality, we're developing the Western Hotel here in Rajarhat, but we're creating a small township around it. It's not just the hotel anymore. We're creating the luxury service apartments. We're creating sort of like a complex around it. Other smaller developments as well. So it becomes a mixed-use development in many ways. And partnering with the right people who can look at India and West Bengal for a long-term period, not just a short-term quick exit. It's basically long-term that will really hold the key for partners to really come in. You have to explain to them that this market is a long-term market, it's a mid to long-term market. To get your returns on your investment, you'll have to look at it from a long-term vision. And that's the only way you can really get success.
I think there is a very strong and very deep association that Kolkata itself has with reform, with growth, with modernization. And we are actually part of that agenda. We want to build our smart city business around people who believe in that same vision. And again, like Dhruv rightly said, I'm going to steer clear of all the statistics, the data, the rationale. But I think at its core, our Prime Minister said it best. He said a smart city is 2 steps ahead of its citizens' needs. That's actually the best definition of smart city I've heard in the last 10.5 years that I've been consulting in East Asia and doing smart cities in Indonesia and Singapore and Malaysia and Thailand. He's absolutely right. A smart city has to be around its residents, its visitors, the people that come there, the people that live there, the people that use the facilities there. There is no smart city separate from a smart village or a smart town. If you live in a very, very small town, you can still use your mobile phone to transfer money to your brother or your mother sitting somewhere in the opposite side of the country today. That's just brilliant. You can book a railway ticket on your mobile phone using IRCTC, when I can tell you, I remember as a teenager queuing at 6 a.m. at a railway booking counter to do the same thing, right? So we've made very, very rapid strides in the area of smartness. And smartness is not bound by any geographic limitation or by its user. Smartness goes into every single aspect of our everyday life. But the good news is that we've embarked on this journey, we put a lot of focus on this journey. The Digital India and other platforms are bringing together various stakeholders. Now, why partnership is important in this space is there's probably some 16-year-old kid in Netherlands or Hyderabad or Bangalore who's just figured out how to make data move from point A to point B more efficiently or at lower costs. This kind of innovation comes from a global landscape. And coming back to that, that's the key driver of smart cities, really, that the cost of data, both the data communication aspect and the data storage have crashed, and they're actually even now falling. A 7 Series BMW has more computing power than all the rockets that went into orbit in the 60s combined. Combined. Not a single rocket, combined. So this is the first time we are seeing a paradigm where boundaries and distance don't matter. That application, if it comes into smart cities, it will change the way we live and we work. Simple example I can give you, which I saw in Singapore last week, is telemedicine. Today, there are already wearable devices that will take all of your important parameters and send them wirelessly to your doctor. So next time you eat that rasgulla, chances are he's going to call you and say, what are you doing? Right? But we're coming to that world. And the reason we're coming to that world and the reason that's interesting for us is the use of big data and big analytics is changing the way we look at things today. If you can trend 100 million, 200 million diabetes patients' data on a daily basis, you have a much better understanding of diabetes. It's as simple as that. So when you look at the core premise of smart city and the core of what it's going to do for us, it's actually going to make our life 100-fold better.